Another area of lack that has caused leadership failure for me and that I've observed in other failures in leadership is a lack of joy. Now, I know what you're saying. That may be a little bit like, that's a little bit woo-woo. That's not strategic. Like, it's not a real practical thing. Like, if we are lacking joy, there's a void. There's a void, and when we're lacking joy, it's grumpiness. I mean, we all know that those people that are just lacking joy, that just zap our, like, almost zap our soul, I suppose. You know, they walk into a room or they start a conversation, they're like, oh, you know, everything's so negative and everything's so bad, and they just drain you, like, of your joy. That's not really a leader, is it? If a leader is taking anything from anyone, that's not leadership. Leadership should be giving. Leadership should be investing. Leadership should be growing other people. And if we have a lack of joy, then that creates a vacuum of negativity, a vacuum of negativity that we're then looking to other people to try to absorb their joy. It's not like we're actually trying to fill their joy, like be filled by their joy, but it just sort of, they're at least depleted by their joy. You know what it's like when you just finish a conversation with someone that's just been so negative, and you're like, oh, they just took all my joy. It's a very hard thing to do to keep our joy. I know there was a little while ago that I was struggling with back pain. I had a lot of back pain, and because of this pain, I was not joyous. I was not happy. I was just, everything in my life was focused on that negativity. You know, like I would work and I'd be lacking energy, I'd be lacking focus, and it was all because of my back. It was like, I just didn't have joy in anything that I was doing. And I realized there was this moment, I'd lasted like that for, probably about 6 to 12 months. And there was this day that I realized, like, I walked out of a conversation, I'm like, every one of my conversations, I'm being negative. I'm not a negative person. I'm not that person, but I'm being that person where people ask me how I am, and I'm like, oh, my back pain. I'm like, this and this is going wrong, and this is going wrong, and this is going wrong. And I realized I had no joy in my life. I felt like everything was going wrong. I felt like nothing was going right. And so I was lacking joy. And so I took a step back. Started spending more time with my wife and just going and trying to think of, like, what things do I enjoy? I enjoy going to the gym. Even though I had a bad back, I started going to the gym and just doing light exercise just to go to the gym because I enjoy that. I enjoy, going to the movies. I enjoy, just spending time outside. I'm an outdoors person. Just going for a walk in a forest or something like that. And so what I found is I started being more strategic with finding execution, finding ways that I could do things that I enjoyed. Being selfish. In that moment, I was being selfish because I knew that I needed to be happy. I needed to be joyous, because if I'm not happy, if I'm not full of joy, I'm not being positive to other people. And I want to be that person. I want to be the person that brings that positivity into the room, that brings that joy into the room. I want to be that person that people walk away from a conversation going, I feel happier having spoken to Craig. And I can only do that if I'm overflowing with joy. So what do I do to make sure that I'm overfilling with joy? Make sure that I'm filling myself with joy, with all the things that I can do in my life that I enjoy. Yes, we need to get a little bit selfish. Yes, we need to get a little bit inwardly focused for this one so that we can make sure that we are doing things that we enjoy so that we can be overflowing with joy, so we don't have that void of joy, which is causing negativity, where we're trying to zap other people of their joy and happiness. But we can have an abundance of happiness that it just comes out in our, it comes out in our videos that we make, it comes out in our conversations that we have, it comes out, your organization, the people that you're leading, will be more attractive, would look forward to coming to work more if you're more joyous. But if it's a negative atmosphere, they're going to dread coming to work. I know we here in the office, like, we're joking around all the time. Yes, we're under pressure. Yes, we've got big targets to meet. And yes, we're growing a large organization and trying to scale and get even bigger than what we are right now. And there's lots of pressure on us. There's lots of pressure because we're taking on more staff and we're growing, which is bigger pressure. Now we've got to do more. But during that time, we're not forgetting the joy. We hang out together, we go to the park together, we hang out with the families, and we do things like that. We joke around in the office, we have fun, because we know that if we're not having fun, if we're not full of joy, then everyone around us is not full of joy, and that will be draining them, and we're then depleting from our team rather than investing in them. And so if we're lacking joy, we will fail as a leader. So fill yourself up with all those things that bring you joy, whether it be something as simple as spending time with your family, going for a bike ride, whatever it may be. Make sure we're doing those things to fill ourselves up with joy so that we don't fail as a leader.